Sumi, we'll go to you next. You're on mute, Sumi.
I believe that if I stand on the stage and talk about how to become stronger, how to become successful, and face all your obstacles in life, I'll be judged and I might be seen as an ungrateful person, particularly those who were around me, all my life. In a way, I'm admitting that they were not good enough. I'm admitting that I'm staying away. I want to stay away from them so that I can be more successful.
Okay, so I'm going to pick out two words here. So judged. So you mentioned about feeling judged and ungrateful. They were the two words that stood out for me. Which one feels strongest to you? Like if you feel into that and what's holding you back, which one is it? Or is it a combination that you will be judged as being ungrateful?
A combination, but more of being ungrateful.
Okay, so if you had to completely shorten that down to I believe, what would it be?
I believe that I will come across as an ungrateful person if I give the recipe of becoming, how to become successful, because I'm admitting that what I received wasn't good enough. I had to develop my own recipe, when in fact I did have a lot of support from my family. In a way, I am failing to admit that there was someone behind my success.
Yes, yes. So what I would encourage you to do is, I'm just going to play this back to you, but let me know if it resonates. So we want to keep this as succinct as we can because you already know all of the background that feeds into this. So if I play back to you, I believe I will come across as being ungrateful, full stop. Can you repeat that back to me?
I feel I'll come across as being
I believe
I'll come across as being ungrateful.
How does that feel when you say that? Does that feel like that is something you should work on?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well done, Sumi. Fantastic. And there's another example. We all do this because we know all of the complexity and the history and everything that goes around these beliefs. There's so many layers to this. So getting it down to one short sentence is really critical because it helps us really hone in on what that limiting belief is. So if you write that down for yourself, Sumi, you'll be using that in the next segment. Fantastic. Rebecca, we'll go to you next.
I believe that I don't belong.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See look at the confidence and certainty in the delivery of that belief. Okay. Okay. I believe that I don't belong. Can I ask just for a little bit of context around that? And this is just to pressure test it a little bit.
Yeah. So I've never belonged anywhere, not in my family, not in the school groups. I was always like the outcast. It's like I was inadequate as well, like there was something wrong with me. So even when, like, you know, when it would appear that I would have the same skills as a male, they would get the preference or the promotion over me because they were male.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Sorry to the men in the room, but that's my experience.
No, this is, but that's just one example of many things. Yep. You're saying that this is a theme throughout your life. So that is a really good one to work on. And the fact that it's almost like you knew it exactly what it was that you needed to work on, that there was no, So really good. If you have it already written down, you don't need to refine it. And I can feel it. I can feel it. Yeah, so it is. And you know what? All of these things, while I'm asking you to look at it through the lens of, being a speaker or being a communicator, these will help us through all facets of our life. So they don't just stand in isolation. This will have a ripple effect in other areas of your life as well. Yeah. Rachel, for you, what have you got? So I believe
that no one wants to hear what I have to say.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Which ladders up
Okay.
to, or ladders down to, chunks down to not being good enough.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But that is powerful. The way you said it, again, like instantly I can feel it, and there was no confusion for you. It's like you knew that that's what you want to work on. So that's exactly what you need to be working on. So well done.
that's the one I am working on. So yeah, I'm very
Okay. Here's another
on.
layer. Here's another layer.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like other people are resonating with this stuff as well. Like none of us say these things and think, well, oh, I don't have that at all. There's always little elements that you know we're all feeling as well.
Yeah, I mean, of all the ones that I wrote, they're all pretty much that message, basically. So I have nothing of interest to say. I'm not credible enough. I'm not experienced enough. My content isn't valuable enough. Basically, all lads who no one wants to hear what I have to say.
Yes.
Because it doesn't have value.
Okay. Whew, okay. I'm sure we're all feeling the weight of this, but stick with it. This is the heavy part. Mina, for you next.
Okay, mine is, I believe that anything I say outside of the script will not be said with good expression and articulation, and that I will not know how to answer any questions.
Okay, okay. So let me, because I'm hearing two different things in there. Is it more that the articulation, or is it that you won't be able to answer the questions?
I feel like the articulation is probably the core of not being able to answer questions. So perhaps the articulation comes first.
Okay, okay. So if you can shorten that down to just focus on articulation and repeat it back to me what your belief is. So, and I just want you to take a moment to think about what does it mean when you can't articulate what you want to say? What does that mean for you?
I come across as like I don't know what I'm saying, or that I might not be knowledgeable enough, experienced enough, capable enough.
Yeah, okay.
Good enough
So
in general, perhaps.
Take a moment and wrap that in, just what you've just said about articulation and what that means, and just, you know, even close your eyes for a moment and just play it back to me. What is the belief that you want to work on? So I believe that.
I believe that I am not, oh, I don't know now. I don't know. I was going to say good enough, but I don't know. Is that too broad?
I think it is a little bit too broad, because you did mention about articulate, and when you were talking about answering questions, it was more the articulation that you were worried.
Yeah.
So I got the sense, I'm just feeling into this, I got the sense that you're not necessarily worried about your level of expertise. Like you can probably answer the question, but you just want to make sure that you're articulating and coming across in the right way. Is that?
Yes.
Does that feel right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, like finding the words, finding the being able to think on my feet, not caving into the pressure. Also,
so bring it back to one sentence, because you're going to bring it wider, and I'm trying to bring it in. So I believe.
So the other thing that just came up very quickly was feeling like I'm inadequate if I'm outside of the bell curve. So if I'm an outlier in any respect, like if you all had if you were all brunettes and if I was a blonde, I would feel very out of place and like I didn't belong in this group. That's just an example of the being outside the bell curve. But I feel like that's the case for me for everything. So if everybody is able to articulate very well, but I can't, then I don't feel like I'm up to standard. Yeah, I've waffled a bit, but
No,
That just
and
came
it
up.
is, because knowing that about yourself, but that is quite a broad one as well. So it could be, and
Yeah.
as you said about the belonging. So which one feels more important? That the ability to work on. So like,
Yes.
as I mentioned before, this is all a life's work. There's,
Yeah,
there's always
yeah.
going to be limiting beliefs. There's always going to be things to improve and to work on. But for right now, in terms of being a speaker or communicating your message, which do you think is most important? Is it the articulation, or is it the being, within the bell curve?
Probably the articulation.
Okay. So how do you
I mean,
want to phrase that then?
from a speaker perspective, or from a presentation perspective, or from a communication perspective, the articulation one is the one. But from a whole person perspective, it's the bell
Yeah.
curve one.
Yeah. So what I would encourage you to do is let's focus on the articulation one for today. And then when you learn the process that we're going to go through through this session, you'll be able to go back and revisit the other one. And I would encourage you to do that maybe tomorrow. And this is for everyone too. If you've got some extras on your list, you can always go back and work through them as well. So let's focus on articulation. So what does it mean to you when you can't articulate? What do you think that means, or what do you make that mean? And one sentence.
I believe that I won't be able to articulate, and therefore I will be less than.
Okay.
But I'm happy for you to give me some words, because I struggle with articulation, so I might need some help. Do you see what I'm saying?
Like
I feel
that to me, because it makes sense to you, that's what matters. So yeah, I believe if I don't articulate well, that I will be viewed as less than. So just take a moment, write it down, and just get the wording of it so you're feeling comfortable with it, because it has to feel right to you that that's the one that you want to work on. But that's good. I think articulation, and that's often something that comes up as well. Like so many of these, we have them for every session that comes through, because we all have similar limiting beliefs that are holding us back.